All right. All right, hey y'all. I'm standing here with Chris Long and Veronica Wurgis of the somewhat new duo, Monsterboy.
Hey.
Hi. How you
Hey.
guys doing?
You might recognize Chris from playing around town. I know he's done a couple of solo gigs at Cafe Prego, and he was trying to get the name out there and stuff. And
Yeah.
kind of earned your chops in the local rock and pop scene for a few years, and
Yeah.
and now you got this latest creation, Monsterboy. So tell us about the formation of Monsterboy.
So Monsterboy kind of started from, for so many years I've been stuck in recording. What can I do live? What can I do with elements that I have here? What can I put in studio that I can bring to a live experience, and make it work? And at a certain point, I just kind of stopped worrying about that, and I said, what can I make? What do I want to hear out of my music? What do I want to say with it? And so at that point, I started going into my studio and saying, okay, I do own a kalimba, but I don't own a kalimba that has the entire range of a keyboard. So, what if I want to put a kalimba in here and I don't want to have to play it live? So that's kind of where the genesis of Monsterboy came from, was me trying to find a way to really just get out the music that I had in my heart and in my head, without worrying so much about, oh my God, do I have to hire a kalimba player?
I gotcha. And where did the name Monsterboy come from? That's a unique name.
Thank you. Monsterboy kind of refers to that dichotomy between the inner child and then kind of the dark side as well, the monster within us all. There's the monster and then the boy.
I gotcha. So as you said, it's the sound you were looking for within you, looking for a kalimba player or not. It's the Monsterboy is in there and letting it out through your music almost.
Yes, yeah. It's almost like, and then sometimes, as we've added Veronica into the project, which it started out just kind of me.
Right.
We brought her in
By accident.
Oh no, you've got a good story. We're going to tell that in a minute.
But when we brought her in, it was like, it's almost like, I'm the monster who's been in this for a while, and while she may not be a boy, she's kind of the younger one that I'm sort of dragging along with me. No offense to your artistic skills, but and as far as songwriting and music goes, I've always been the more musical one. She's always been the more visual of the two of us. So it's kind of like, you'll start to see some of the themes in our music develop where we're talking about a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And things like that.
Gotcha. And the journey as it develops, of course. And so since you brought it up, you go ahead and tell the story of how you became part of Monsterboy.
So Chris was listening to a track on it was Bishop Briggs' Wild Horses, and there's a part in that song, and he was wanting to use it in a different song, but he was trying to find that sample. Mm-hmm. And he looked for that sample, and finally he was like, okay, you were in band. I can't find this anywhere on my sample tracks. Can you listen to this, and maybe you can place what instrument it is? So I'm listening to it, and keep in mind, my story with the Barry sax goes back to me being a toddler and hearing this noise and becoming fascinated with it, and then a decade later hearing it again and being like, that's the one I want to play.
Right.
And my mom being like,
unique.
my mom's like, it's the same horn. Okay. So
you sure you want that big old saxophone?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was as big as I was. And so I listened and I was like, oh, that's a Barry sax. Mm-hmm. I was like, I got one upstairs. And he was like, well, I know you're not a big fan of being on stage and being in front of an audience and stuff and having all the spotlight on you. He's like, I just need parts. If you could just record those in studio, you only have to do it right once. And then I'll put it on backing tracks and we'll have it. Which that was the plan, and we sent it off to get it worked on, and we were getting it repadded and getting everything set because it had years and years of neglect. And then I submitted information to some unofficial showcases during South by Southwest, and one of of the people got back to me and said, "Oh, I love female musicians. I love giving them a break."
Oops.
He was like, "What do you play? I'll find a spot for you." And I realized if I didn't play in the band, we weren't going to get the gig. And I had the saxophone in the shop still. And of course, you're going to get it done soon because they want their money.
We were about 5 weeks away from the gig.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I take the gig. It takes the guy 2.5 weeks more to finish the saxophone. I have 2.5 weeks to learn how to play it. And it had been quite a while. And so 2.5 weeks into having my horn, I'm on stage in Austin playing during South by Southwest. And like we end up just a really crazy ride there. And then like I kind of got stuck.
Well, yeah. Once
Because,
people see
yeah.
the dynamic of the two of you on stage with that Barry sax, then it is special for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of got stuck there, and I'm enjoying it. So why not?
There you go. So South by, where else have you played? I know y'all got a pretty good list of
Oh wow,
submissions and festivals that y'all been at.
We
Yeah.
recently played Solar Flux Festival. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And we met
Love
some
the Flux
amazing-
family.
Yeah,
We do too.
They're really sweet people. And then he ended up playing by himself at Bonnaroo. As they were the little tiny stage. It's all unofficial stuff.
Right.
He got like quite a few little time slots, and one of them got taken by Portugal the Man, which was like really cool.
Sweet, yeah.
And that was the time that was also the same one where MTV.com walked by and interviewed us, and that's like, and that was our turning point where we're like, okay, we need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just came from going to Nashville and just kind of finding ourselves as musicians
Right.
and in the industry.
Getting that extra push for female musician. Welcome to the
Yeah.
Bonnaroo stage.
Yeah.
Welcome to this stage.
Yeah.
Just kind of stages being almost put in front of you to the point of, it's a sign that this is the right track.
Yeah, it's been a journey of accidental happening.
Right.
And accidental meetings, and it's really been
And
beautiful.
self-discovery.
Yeah.
That Monsterboy is evolving. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And on your website, what is the website?
Monsterboylives.com.
Monsterboy Lives, right. Is the MTV video on there, or?
It was actually an MTV. It was MTV.com, so
Oh,
it was a
okay.
written article, but there is a link to that. I
Very
believe
cool.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and they talk
Yeah.
about us.
Yeah. They talked about the husband and wife duo they met,
Yes.
and like
Yeah, I don't know if we said
I-
that. We're totally married and we love
Yeah,
each other
yeah.
very much. 13 years
Yeah.
this month, or last month.
Hello.
Yeah. So, but they talked about the husband and wife pop duo that they met, like indie pop duo, and we were like, it was just him at that time, and we were like really nice article, but I mean, they met me, but nobody at that time. I was management and lighting tech, and nobody thinks of that person when they're talking about a music act,
Right.
So we were like, really good article, and they're really nice people, and
Turned out to be very prophetic.
yeah,
Yes. Yes, little did they know that they were soothsayers, fortune tellers, I guess.
Indeed.
So, right.
Very cool. And so this new project that kicks off Thursday,
Yes.
the story of Monsterboy almost. What kicks off on Thursday?
Okay, so this Thursday we're releasing our first single from the Nashville sessions. We've got one out right now. You can pick that up, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, whatever. But this next one that we're releasing this is near and dear to our hearts, and it is also called My Heart.
Okay.
This is one that I worked on this one for years, and I just could never get it right. Like I said, I was focusing too much on what can I do live, but and then I just went into my studio and I just had a moment of realization that I need to make this work. So when it finally came out and it came out right, we started playing it for a couple of friends. And then the next thing I know, we're talking to people.
Way outside of our pay scale.
Way outside of my pay scale. I can't name any names or anything, but these people were like,
You've got
Hey.
some heavy cheerleaders.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're really interested, and these are people who work at labels, with management companies and stuff like that. So there's real interest in this. So it was kind of a turning point where I'm like, wow, I wrote something that actually excited people enough and thinks, you know, they're like, this could be a Billboard thing. So I don't know. That's what we're gonna try for.
Right.
Yeah. Because Mama wants a Grammy after she saw one. They're real shiny and apparently make great paperweights.
She needs a paperweight.
Yeah. So,
I gotcha.
And from there,
yeah. So after this Thursday, what happens?
In 3 weeks, we release the next one. And so that's the second one of the 3. And then 3 weeks later, we'll release the third one. And those are all going to be called the Nashville Sessions because it came from where we were going to Nashville, meeting this amazing talent, seeing all these opportunities, the meetings we got, the people we talked to, just that whole energy that's there, all the way down to the audience members. Like, if you try to play a cover in Nashville, they'll cut your they will cut your mic.
Plug. Right.
Pro tip.
Yeah, pro tip. Don't walk in with a cover. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. And then after the Nashville sessions, there'll be a little break, and then we'll go into the next sessions that we're going to have.
I gotcha. The story of Monsterboy released a couple of weeks at a time.
Yep.
Gotcha. So where can we all see you play next?
So we are playing this Thursday, obviously, when we're releasing the single. We're going to do a live countdown to the single release at Rebel Kettle.
Yay!
So we play 6 to 8, and the single releases at 7. So we're going to do a live countdown on stage so people can go pick that up, or it automatically drops into your Spotify account if you've subscribed to us.
Pro tip.
Right.
Pro tip, yes.
And do they just look up Monsterboy on Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Also, we're playing Saturday night at Live Life Chill. We've got Boo at the Zoo coming up.
We have some dates in Northwest Arkansas and kind of in North Central Arkansas. And then we have various other ones around town. If you go to that monsterboylives.com, there's actually a click that says our current dates that we're playing. You can also, I know this sounds crazy, but we are doing a mailing list different than everybody else is.
Okay.
So if you text us your name and what region you're interested in, like Central Arkansas, to 501-626-4545. That is our cell phone, or it's my cell phone number.
Yep, you reach us directly.
Yeah. And what we'll do is when we have shows, we'll send you information that's pertinent to your region. So we're updating people on when we have shows, when we get last minute shows, and you know, when you're scrolling through Facebook or you're looking through your emails and you go, oh my God, I found out 2 days after you guys performed, it's already gone.
I can't believe I missed Huey Lewis in the news for free.
That was the thing.
I found out 2 days later. I was so mad.
But yeah, so if I called your number, or if I texted your number and said Little Rock, Arkansas, and you're in Fayetteville, I won't be notified.
Yeah, nope, not at all.
Nope.
I won't get I'm all of a sudden in LA, look at Monsterboy, but if you're in North Little Rock or Central Arkansas, I'll get that flash on my phone saying come see us at Live Life Chill or at Kings and Conway or wherever you might be playing. Very cool.
And if you have a question,
there's a text right there.
Yeah.
You text it because it's actually our number.
Yep, you know? We're giving you access. So yeah, and the thing is also this is not farmed out to another company handling it.
Right. It's
your
going
cell
straight
phones,
to you.
it's coming straight to me, and it's going, I'm responding back to everything. So yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, guys, we are nearing the end of this, but thank you so much. Monsterboylives.com. Go check it out right now. Check out some videos. Subscribe to the Spotify so if you can't make Rebel Kettle, you can get that new single dropped in. And yeah, check them out. Monsterboy, Chris and Veronica.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, y'all.